The artwork for Anime Podcasters is provided by GoPro Keo. Please go follow him at GoPro Keo. Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Anime Podcasters. Today, we have our amazing host, Our amazing host, Hotshot is here. How's it going, buddy?
It's going. Hello, my lovelies, and Jaden too, I guess.
I mean, that guy's alright once in a while.
I mean, he doesn't pay me for my work. He just says, hey, we're doing this now.
Yes, he does. And he threatens you when you're late.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about Naruto Jutsu. We both have 5 Naruto Jutsus that we're going to go through. We're going to talk about. We're going to have a good time. And just a precursor on me. These Jutsus that I picked are absolutely troll techniques. I am going I'm going full hot shot on this podcast.
You can't go full me. I can't go full you.
No. I'm going full hot shot. This is a full hot shot podcast. I'm telling you right now.
Hot shot and hot shot wannabe doing a podcast together.
Yes, you're gonna be the wannabe today. I'm telling you right now.
I've been wanting to do this forever.
All right. So basically,
just make the world of nothing but me.
Yes, just ponies everywhere. We both have 5 jutsus that we're gonna pick. They can be Gen, Tai, or Ninjutsu. I guess they can also be Yin and Yang, or whatever technique has happened in the Naruto anime, manga, video games, whatever. We're gonna be discussing them. But before we do that, Hotshot, how's it going? And then tell us what went into you picking your jutsus.
It's going fine. I finally got a break from my job, And what went into mine is just jutsus that I really enjoy seeing, whether it's on screen or in games. Basically, they have to be in both in order for me to use them. But basically, every jutsu is in both, so I don't really see a downside on this one.
I hear you.
But they're just jutsus that I personally like. It doesn't mean it's the most powerful or anything. It just means that I like them a lot.
Okay, I gotcha. For me, I went for jutsus that are absolutely the most ridiculous jutsus ever. Just these things, they happen in the series maybe once, twice, tops, and they're just hysterical. They're ridiculous. They push the boundaries of just what a jutsu is. You think we have amazing jutsus like Susanoo, but some of the techniques I have are under the same umbrella of being a jutsu. You guys do not expect this podcast on my picks at least to be a big breakdown, full detailed information of these jutsus. These are going to be very simple but very hilarious jutsu techniques that I'm going to be selecting. So on that
Mainly
note,
just because Jaden's hiding the fact that he has a date in 20 minutes.
No, I don't have a date. But imagine if I had a date, she walks in. So I'm picking this jutsu. She's like, "What the hell is he talking about?"
It's no, okay, that's it. We're done. It's over.
They only find out about the podcast after the second date. Okay, Hotshot. So we're good.
Okay, as long as you think that's okay.
By the way, I podcast with a guy whose avatar is a pony. Oh god, that's a deal breaker.
Motherfucker.
Okay, so may I go first, or do you want to go first?
You may go first.
Okay, so I am going to start with a classic taijutsu technique, straight from the teachings of Kakashi Hatake. I am picking 1,000 Years of Death.
I knew this was going to happen because I picked that one too.
Sorry, dude. Sorry. This jutsu is absolute. I have backups on my ridiculous jutsus, by the way, just so you know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I really went full ridiculous. So how can I explain this jutsu? Kakashi concentrates chakra in his fingers, and he forms them in a way where his index and middle finger are pointing out on both hands, and then he gives you a super butt poke. It's the best way to do it. A butt poke so powerful that it propulses the victim throughout the air, and it's extremely harmful. It just hurts a lot. Naruto, it hurt him a lot. And this jutsu, you guys are gonna be like, oh, it's a big troll. Why would you pick such a ridiculous jutsu? This jutsu is not a troll only. It's actually really well used because, let me remind you, when Naruto was fighting first stage Jinchuriki Gaara, he used his jutsu and put a tag bomb on the end of the kunai, and so he pokes Gaara with it. Gaara whacks him, and Gaara just blows up because the tag bomb is right there. So I think it's a good jutsu if used properly.
And Naruto used it also on Kakashi when he came back after his training with Jiraiya.
Oh, I remember this. He's like, this is payback.
It's like, payback's a bitch, motherfucker.
Basically.
It's basically a rectal exam on steroids.
What do you think of this technique? I mean, what are your favorites? I know for you.
Honestly, yeah. Like, even... Like, as you know, I make a lot of OCs for fandoms I enjoy. Naruto's no exception. This is one of my guys' moves.
Nice.
He uses it a lot.
Anything on the move? Like, any thoughts on the move? Like, do you think it's ridiculous? Do you think it could actually be useful?
Well,
like,
I mean, obviously it's ridiculous, but yeah, it can be useful because both times it was used, it almost put whoever it was used on out of commission.
Yes.
So it can be an extremely effective move, yes.
I remember this. There's like different ranks for jutsus. I went through like the Naruto wiki. Like you have class A to E, and try to guess what class this jutsu is. A being the best, no, S being the best. Sorry, and E being the worst.
It's an S rank move.
It's an S rank move.
Yes.
It's an E rank move.
Fuck what you say. It's an S rank move. It works every time. S rank for shit.
S rank is like Susanoo or something like that.
No, I know, but I mean, if used properly, 1,000 Years of Death can easily be made into an S rank. I mean, again, all you need is a paper bomb.
Many paper bombs.
Yeah, just wrap a paper bomb around your fingers and then get the hell out of the way, and then they explode.
The propulsion is required though.
Yes, it is.
Team Rocket blasting off again on that one.
You can only blast off one time if that happens to you. Unless it's a clone. Right.
That's all I had on this pick. Was there anything else you wanted to say on the 1,000 Years of Death?
Other than I love that move, no, I got nothing.
All right. Your turn, bro.
Alright, so this is one of my troll moves, but it's honestly because I believe it is a really good move if used properly. And I'm picking the sexy jutsu.
Oh, damn! The sexy jutsu. I actually didn't pick that one because I knew you would have that one.
Yeah, I mean, that one's me. Have you seen my channel? Do you know me? You know I'm a perv. Anyway.
I feel like you've picked this jutsu multiple times in the other podcasts too.
Probably have, so I won't talk over it all that long. But not only is Naruto, which is her canon name by the way, not only is she hot, but at the same time it will basically bring any man down to their knees when Naruto just whips it out of nowhere and immediately give him the upper hand. So it's a distract and act jutsu is what kind of comes to mind. But I'm also picking it because he actually, I don't know if he uses this canonly, but in the latest Storm game, he uses it with Sasuke and Sai, and they all turn into basically the reverse harem jutsu, where they all turn into really hot guys.
Yeah. Against Kaguya.
Yeah, Kagura. So they actually do use it canonly.
Yeah. When Naruto and Sasuke were fighting Kaguya, and it was like this big like, we need a technique that's powerful enough to destroy the final boss, and then they're like, Naruto's like, I got a plan, and does this.
So again, even in the face of danger, when everything that they believe in, when everything they hold dear is in danger of being totally destroyed, Naruto pulls out a sexy jutsu to try and save the day.
Clutch jutsu. It's clutch.
Clutch jutsu. It's a clutch.
That's what it is. I love this jutsu. I think it's hysterical.
I love all forms of it. I love the sexy jutsu. I love the harem jutsu. I love the reverse harem jutsu. I love Konohamaru's sexy jutsu.
You know, these are. It's a great technique in the sense that like it immobilizes your opponent, it shocks them, and for a split second, this jutsu like confuses them, it lures their attention, and it creates an opening. And that's like you need to see past just the fact that it's like a sexy jutsu. It's really like what it produces, and that's a chance to strike. And that's why I really enjoyed this jutsu. Once again, though, we're sticking with an E. We're still in the E rank here. This jutsu's E rank, dude.
Well, yeah, I mean at its base, it's still a transformation jutsu. I mean, what he transforms into is completely original. Naruto doesn't actually exist, but it's still a transformation jutsu when you get down to it. He just knows how to play the part.
Oh no, definitely. I just really enjoy this jutsu as a funny. It's just funny as hell. It's just hilarious.
I love this jutsu. This jutsu's amazing.
Was there anything else you wanted to say about the sexy jutsu?
There was one thing, but it was just a theory. What if Naruto could use sexy jutsu, so he turns into Naruto, but he does it permanently, and he's still able to use all of his moves like Rasengan, Shadow Clone, everything else?
That sounds like a fan fiction, bro. Doesn't sound like a theory.
Yeah.
He's like, by the way, my blog for all of my sexy jutsu fanfics is Plug's blog.
Yeah.
All right. I got nothing else, and I'm gonna go to my next technique.
Don't you fucking take it.
I don't know. I am taking a technique from the Inuzuka clan.
Okay, no, you're good.
Okay, it's a technique that is absolutely essential, though. Like, all joking aside, this technique is ridiculous, but it's also essential. I'm picking dynamic marking.
Thank you for picking it.
An absolutely amazing, also alternative name, aerial dynamic marking. Basically, Akamaru jumps in the air and spins
pisses
around
everywhere.
And he will urinate on all proximate individuals, and he's trained so well that he can urinate on multiple individuals. Why urinate on your individuals? This is to set up the Fang over Fang Jutsu. Basically, when Kiba and Akamaru are doing the Fang over Fang, they're going super fast, so they don't know where they're going exactly. So what the dynamic marking allows them to use scent to know where they're supposed to go, and to strike their enemy multiple times. So the dynamic marking is essential for the Fang over Fang, which is the staple technique of the Inuzuka. So it's an opening for a great technique. I remember this being used against Sakon, and Sakon was like, "Ah, you pissed on me, stupid fuck." Like, just so pissed, no pun intended, and just a hysterical move. Just basically like you taught your dog how to piss on enemies. Like,
yeah, it's hysterical, but like you said, it's extremely basically required for Inuzuka to know how your aim is going.
I mean, you could do it without the aim, but then like it's not gonna work.
Dynamic marking, you just whip out your pants and just go.
There's also a Rock Lee Springtime of Youth alternative called the Super Dynamic Marking, which is like Akamaru and all of Kakashi's Nindogs doing it together. I'm telling you need to.
No,
watch
I know.
Rock
I've
Lee.
seen it. I've seen the entire show.
Oh, you see? Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Dude, we need to podcast about it. I've done one podcast before, but I want to. Oh, what? Okay, we'll talk off the podcast for that one. But yes, great, amazing. I don't have a rank for this one. The wiki didn't have a rank. I'm gonna say this is an E rank jutsu as well. It's taijutsu.
I'm gonna say D. It's a D rank.
You think?
Yeah.
Is
it easy to spin in the air and piss onto a target?
Okay, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna look at what Fang over Fang's rank is, and whatever the rank is that of it is, we'll put it on the one below. Okay?
All right, fine.
So Fang over Fang is a B. So this dynamic marking is a C rank. 2 ranks above the sexy jutsu and the 1,000 years of death.
Okay, I think they just ranked this by fetish.
Basically. But a great technique. So go ahead, Hotshot, if you have nothing else to add.
I got nothing else, so I'll go on to my next one.
All right,
so this is a taijutsu technique that I have always loved and will always love, regardless of what you say. And that would be, taught by Might Guy himself, would be Primary Lotus.
Oh, dude, the classic Primary Lotus. Yes.
Yeah. And at its core, it's basically just kicking someone in the air, jumping up, and spinning them into the ground as they fall. But, I mean, the way Lee executes it is just freaking insane enough to where it's, no. And I'm picking Primary Lotus instead of like Hidden Lotus or True Lotus or anything like that because it's the first step. You need to do Primary Lotus before you do the other lotuses. Otherwise, the tagline, the Lotus of the Hidden Leaf blooms twice, doesn't make any sense at all.
Yes, and yeah, go ahead.
And he does make it different a little bit when he fights Gaara because he kicks him up in the air. And to keep him away from his defensive stand, continues to kick him up in the air. Even Guy is surprised by what he's doing.
Right. The thing with the Primary Lotus, if I'm not mistaken, it's this thing where it combines. The Primary Lotus is more than just kicking your opponent in the air and spinning them down, because there's also it incorporates the shadow of the dancing leaf, which is what Sasuke did against his opponent in the preliminary rounds, which is basically when you kick your opponent up in the air, the whole idea is to mirror them right behind them. You know what I mean? To fall right behind them. So I love this Primary Lotus technique. It's also a kinjutsu. Kinjutsu meaning it cannot be it's not allowed. Like it's a forbidden technique.
Yeah, but
because
basically all of my guys' techniques are kind of taboo.
They are, and I remember this thing where like when Lee was learning it, he this jutsu because the human body like only uses 20% of its strength, and like using the primary lotus, you have to open the gate, so which causes you to use more than your maximum percentage of your body's strength. So you're putting it's got recoil as well because you need to use more strength than you've got, and so you need to be able to really get your opponent with it. But every time he's used it, it's always failed. Whether it be against Dosu or Gara, they always cushion the blow.
Yeah, but at the same time, if no one cushions the blow, it's a devastating move and it will win.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I love this.
I mean, can you imagine doing it like onto a bed of kunai?
Oh my god. Why would you? Would you imagine?
Stab.
Imagine just falling in a bed of
Oh, I know the perfect name for it. Kamikaze Lotus.
Kamikaze Lotus. 1,000 years of Lotus of the primary. No.
Of the hidden variety.
Dancing Leaf Shadow Jutsu. That's the name of it.
Dancing Leaf Shadow. Well, yeah, okay. Fine.
Apparently the Viz version of it is Initial Lotus. That's so weird. Initial Lotus.
Initial Lotus? Well, primary, initial, I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but I just does not roll off the tongue. That's not the Lotus I know.
Initial Lotus!
It sounds so weird.
Primary, initial, first Lotus!
Initial gate, second gate!
Initial gate, second gate, third party gate!
Initial third gate, Dancing Leaf Shadow open!
For the third time!
Oh my god. Alright. Do you have anything else, or may I go to my next pick?
Well, what's the rank of Primary Lotus?
The rank of the Primary Lotus, give me a moment. It is a B rank.
It's a B? I thought it'd be A.
No, it's a B.
Okay.
Kenjutsu can fall into the B rank, yeah.
Alright, I'll take a B. I'll take a B.
Alright, my next troll jutsu is also from Rock Lee. I am picking the Drunken Fist.
E.
What?
It's an E rank.
You think it's an E rank?
Well, I mean, to use the actual style of the Drunken Fist, no, that is by God, no, that's not an E rank. But to get to the status of trying to use said Drunken Fist is an E rank.
Well, it's a C rank according to the wiki. Basically, this is when Rock Lee drinks, and let's play by Viz Media rules here. Elixir. It's certainly not alcohol. It's totally alcohol, by the way, guys. And
it's sake. Let's be honest. That's flat out what it is.
It's intense. It's very intense. And what happens here is that Lee, in this drunk state, uses the Drunken Fist. It's he gets loopy and goofy, and his movements are become quote unorthodox by Kimimaru, and he's just insane. He just moves around. He dodges everything.
It's impossible to get a read on him.
No, you just cannot get a read on him, and he's able to keep up with Kimimaru and strike some blows on him and everything. The one thing that really just does not work well is technique. The one time you get striked, like you'll snap out of it. It's basically what happens, and then like your body's like all like wounded and like weak. Like Rock Lee has a lot of recoil like techniques. Like the more I discuss this guy, like recoil ult to the max, dude.
Yeah.
He also has his a different version of it called the Seasickness.
The Seasickness Fist. Oh god damn it!
Yeah. But he dodges enemy attacks like so well with.
Well, yeah, because it does the exact same thing. It makes you nauseous. It makes you like whenever you're nauseous, you're just swaying back and forth and can't really focus all that much. So it is kind of like being drunk, from what I've heard and seen.
Definitely, it's basically a drunken frenzy, and the thing is, it's like a short period of time. If like you could be in a Drunken Fist for like, let's say a whole 2 hours, like that would be great. But like, I feel like Rock Lee has a 5-minute timer on this thing.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, really, 5 minutes of Drunken Lee is kind of all you need.
Fair enough.
I mean, his ass was still saved by Gara at the end when he fought Kimimaru, but still. The dude also just got back off his feet when he was told that he'd never be a ninja again. So this was his first mission back.
And what this Drunken Fist provides is also like an offensive thing and a defensive thing, where the Drunken Fist is like you are able to bob and pivot and weave and dodge all these attacks. Like Kimimaru was really trying to strike this guy, and he's like nope, like dodging everything, and offensive because obviously he packs quite the punch.
Well, yeah, because when you're drunk, your like physically, you don't feel any more of the recoil or anything. You don't feel as much pain as you would otherwise. So it goes to reason why he would actually be able to like exert a large amount of force, or a larger amount of force than he would otherwise, because he can't really feel the recoil as it happens. I mean, have you noticed?
No, exactly, yeah.
Have you noticed when he strikes Kimimaro, for one, that his strikes are way like higher impact?
They are way higher impact. The other thing as well, now that I'm just thinking about it, like just a quick shift here. Isn't like Naruto promoting underage drinking with this jutsu?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But
just FYI.
But at the same time, it's also a Japanese show. Can't Japanese people drink at like 13?
I have no idea what the laws are, but I'm just saying it's being broadcast in America.
Yeah, it's being broadcast in America, but when a show is being broadcast in America and it's taking place in a different culture, you got to take those cultures' rules into effect on whatever show you're watching.
Yeah, true.
Sorry, it's just something that me and Kyo talk about a lot.
No, for sure. I just realized something. To get that drunk that fast, like the alcohol percentage needs to be pretty high on the sake. Like what, 40, 60%?
Lee's also like 12, 13, 14 years old at this point, so...
I don't know. I feel like you need like maybe some vodka.
You need Fireball.
Yeah.
I don't know alcohol, so I don't really know the percentage or anything like that.
I gotta say, like, well, vodka's around 60-40%, so I think it might as well just be vodka.
Okay, so Drunken Fist.
Ichiraku Ramen guy, do you have any vodka?
Sure, here you go. It's in all of my broth.
Exactly.
That would actually explain why Naruto keeps coming back.
Drunken Fist versus Drunken Fist Lee versus Gaara would have been a good thing as well, I feel like.
Yeah, but I feel like Gaara still would have taken it.
I don't know. It would have been even tougher. Like
it would have been a hard fight. Okay, take this for example then. Hypothetical. 6 inner gates open, Drunken Fist Lee versus Gaara.
Oh, bye-bye Gaara. Like, Lee's gonna be so damaged, he's like, I'm drunk, I don't care, keeps fighting. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I really kind of want to see it.
No.
Alright, so do you got anything else on it?
No, you go to your next pick, bro.
Alright, I just want to make sure we have enough time and everything, sorry.
No, we're good.
Alright, so, again, this is another taijutsu. Don't worry, it's probably the last taijutsu before I move on to my ninjutsu stuff.
No, it's not the last taijutsu, I'll tell you that right now.
It's like, this is the final one, okay? After this, I am done. Well, maybe one more. But, I'm picking the Hyuga clan's Triforce. 8 trigrams, 64 palms.
Oh, great technique.
Classic. I love this move.
I also love seeing Naruto just get struck by it.
Yeah, just just little tiny bursts coming from his back, and then just falls over immediately afterwards, like, Okay, so the reason why I'm picking this move is, again, well, grew up with the original Naruto, so this was the first true power of the Hyuga clan that I've seen, where it's actually able to block your chakra where you can't use any of it. It's basically like taking away your magic in like an RPG kind of game, where you can use no more spells, all you can do is like beat me with a stick. And it's just... But in Naruto, it's even more tedious for it, because even a lot of taijutsu techniques take some form of chakra. So if all of it is blocked off, you're done. You can like not recover. Though
definitely.
There are some exceptions, as Naruto showed us. If you're a Jinchuriki with a tailed beast, this has no effect on you. If you have control, if you have control over your tailed beast. If the tailed beast doesn't like you, then you're fucked.
Well, I feel like it was a thing where he blocked his initial chakra network, and then he had no other choice but to use like the only chakra available at that point to him was
the nine-tailed fox. Yeah,
exactly.
Which, I mean, yeah, and plus it was a tournament, but at the same time, Kurama also likes Naruto because of his drive and everything, not to win or not to fail and not give up and everything. So even if he just says, "Oh, you annoying little brat," and gives him chakra, he still likes him. He likes what he's seeing. Like, even when all things seem hopeless, he still likes Naruto doing what he's doing.
No, definitely. 2 things that I love about this jutsu: the initial positions himself and you see the yin yang and the green lines like placing themselves, and you're like, oh my god, it's about to go down.
And you can't escape my 8 trigrams. Smoke bomb, I'm gone.
Yeah. And the other thing I love with this jutsu as well is like how the strikes just get faster and faster and faster, and it just like destroys the opponent.
I love this move, and I wish it was used a lot more often, but oh well.
You might as well have picked the 128 palms.
Yeah, but at the same time, that kind of seems a little bit like overkill.
It wasn't overkill. He used it to like take out those spiders of Kidomaru, and it still didn't work.
Well, yeah, because there was way too many of them. But I mean, on one person, 128 palm strike it's a bit to take in.
It is a bit to take in.
Unless like he does it where because the way you strike chakra points, you can either decrease the flow or increase the flow, right? So if he does
I'm pretty sure he just blocks them.
Kakashi said in the tuning exam that depending on how you strike a chakra point, it either increases the flow or decreases the flow. So
Right. No, but like the chakra point will be blocked, and because that chakra point is blocked, it will have to circulate through another way, and that will increase or decrease the flow. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
The increase and decrease is caused by the blocking of the chakra point, which is
so. I mean, like imagine him being strategic about it. Like he blocks the chakra points on someone's left arm and left leg, right? So.
Right.
Imagine all that chakra then going to the right arm and the right leg. How much more powerful that those two appendages would be, or like out of both arms, and then just all the chakra would have to go to the legs.
Well, that would be more of a gentle fist thing, where like if with the gentle fist he blocks like the right shoulder, and that makes it that the right arm is not really going to be able to produce more chakra. If he used the 64 palms, he's basically shutting down your network because there's 64 strikes happening. And with his Byakugan, which he uses this technique with the Byakugan, which is important to note here, the fact is that he will be able to strike exactly which chakra points he desires, and that will be the most favorable option for him in the sense that like these 64 points that I strike will completely shut down your network. You see what I mean? He's got to use the Byakugan with this.
Yeah, which I mean kind of goes without saying, because with Byakugan, not only do you get insane precision, but you see the chakra points. You can actually see where to hit. But at the same time, Neji being Neji, I feel like he can do it without the Byakugan because he's probably seen the chakra points enough times to know where they are.
I don't think so. I think the Byakugan is essential. This technique is a bloodline technique, just like the Byakugan being a bloodline thing. Using it without the Byakugan is just a foolish thing, in my opinion. Because what makes you think?
Well, I mean, I feel like it can be done. It's not a good idea. Don't get me wrong. It's an absolute horrid idea. But I feel like if Neji trained himself, he could do it.
I mean, he could, but like, so you're saying like if he trained himself a lot, he'd be able to use it without the Byakugan and it still strikes 64 points?
Yeah. Well, I feel like he can't do that anymore now, can he?
Okay, wow. Honestly, I even like post time skip, Neji's still alive, training himself. I don't without the Byakugan, I don't think it can happen. No.
Okay, I feel like let's say time skip he is alive. I feel like he would train Boruto, and Boruto would just try to do it just because he's a dick.
And then Boruto would be like, oh, whatever, I'll just use the gauntlet and just like have any jutsu ever. Speaking of my next... No, I'm kidding. But,
no.
No, I'm not picking that one. Basically, I just think that the Gentle Fist is my favorite taijutsu in Naruto.
It is by far mine.
It's so deadly.
It is so
I could talk about this for hours.
Gentle Fist, I could actually do like 6 different podcasts on. Like, especially if we start talking about Gentle Fist users.
Oh my god, there's so many of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
64 palms though.
No.
Awesome move.
No, obviously an awesome move, and it's basically a Gentle Fist move. So
it is a Gentle Fist move.
Yeah.
Gentle Fist, 8 trigrams, 64 palms.
Yes. Okay. Anything else you want to add?
What is the rank on it?
I'm not seeing a rank on this one.
I'm gonna call it an A rank.
No, I'm gonna say B.
You're gonna say B?
Yeah, same rank as the Lotus.
I'm still calling it an A.
Plus, it's short range, not long range. So yeah.
All right, we're good.
Yeah. Okay. My next technique.
All right. So you got 2 more. I got 2 more.
My next pick is the Whack-A-Mole Jutsu.
The what?
Whack-A-Mole Jutsu.
The what?
Whack-A-Mole technique.
The what?
The whack-a-mole technique.
Okay, I'm not doing this running gag. What the fuck is that?
It's the whack-a-mole technique, and I'm not trolling. This is an actual jutsu.
Who uses it? Why do they use it?
Because it's Toby.
Oh.
It's an perfect.
It's an instant acceptance. Just, it's Toby. Oh.
Toby's a good boy.
Don't even
That's
fight.
why we can't join the Akatsuki. Oh, I love that.
Don't even fight anymore.
It's an offensive supplementary technique, apparently. Short range, earth release, and it's a ninjutsu. Basically, the idea here is that Toby will slide into the ground and pop out of the ground somewhere else, and this is a way for him to block and hit his enemy. So basically, this happened when there was Kakashi, Naruto, Sai, Kiba trying to attack Toby, and Toby would just go into the ground and pop out somewhere and try to hit one of them. So it's like a whack-a-mole technique. The idea is he's popping in and out of the ground, but he's not the one being whacked. He's the one doing the whacking, and it's absolutely ridiculous to me. Like, this technique, dude, whack-a-mole. Like, what are you doing? Like completely stupid. Like, and the thing is, he doesn't have a name for it. He's like, oh, I'm getting attacked. So what does he do? He goes in the ground, pops back up, goes back down, pops back up. He's like, what should I call this? And he's like, oh, the whack-a-mole technique. That sounds like a great name. What are you thinking? That's ridiculous. It's so stupid.
And it's amazing. It's Toby, though, so I feel like he gets an immediate pass.
He does get a pass. He literally gets a pass on the ground.
Because it's Toby. He's adorable. He's a marshmallow. I don't want to hurt him.
If you only knew who Toby actually was.
No, I know. I'm saying Toby, not who he actually is. If I say who he actually is, he deserves what he got. But Toby's a marshmallow.
Oh my god. And like Kakashi was like, how is this a whack-a-mole technique? You're the one whacking us. This is not working right now.
How is this whack-a-mole? Whack, 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 whack.
Yeah, and he strikes them with a stick, basically.
It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Yeah, you basically like it just quick attacks on succession against whatever enemies, and it's kind of like, it's almost like a teleportation kind of thing. But I just love it.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. It sounds beautiful.
Any thoughts on the whack-a-mole jutsu, bro?
Other than it's fucking insane. If it belonged to anyone other than Toby, I would call bullshit. But since it belongs to Toby, I will accept this.
I just love your reaction when I said like the whack-a-mole jutsu. You're like, no, that's not a thing. That can't be a thing.
The huh? The what? The why?
He also had like this lizard head technique, which was ridiculous, where he's like, lizard head, and then everyone was like, oh my god, what's he gonna do? He's like, oh, it doesn't actually do anything. That's just me saying lizard head and doing a hand sign. Like, there's no actual jutsu. And I was like, I could probably pick that, but like, that's so ridiculous. I'm not gonna pick that. Toby is just a troll character.
He really is, and I love him for it.
Oh my god, yeah. So any thoughts on the whack-a-mole technique, Hotshot?
I love it. That's all I got. Is it an S rank?
This wiki doesn't have ranks for all of them. Once again, not a ranked jutsu. It happened in episode 134 of Boruto.
I'm making this a triple S rank move.
Stop it.
No, it is forever a triple S rank move.
It's never going to be triple S. That's
ridiculous. It will be triple S, and I will make it triple S.
I'm not going to accept that. How is that triple S?
Because it's Toby and it's adorable.
You're being biased.
I don't care.
No, you have to care. How is popping in and out of the ground with a freaking stick and trying to hit your enemy? And by the way, he misses every single time in triple S move. That makes no sense.
That's Toby in a nutshell. So my next pick.
I hate you.
I would have paid good money if you just hung up the call right then and there. Just like still recording, but just hung up and then called back.
Oh my god. All right. This is your second last one, right?
Yeah, this is my second to last.
Oh man, hit me.
All right, so this is a badass jutsu. So because we had one what the fuck jutsu, we needed one badass jutsu to cancel it out.
They've all been WTF jutsu.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Let's be honest here. Dynamic marking, like get out of here.
I'm picking a jutsu that's been in since episode 1. The Shadow Clone Jutsu.
I don't know that one.
You're a fucking liar and you know it.
The what?
Dude, it only worked because I didn't know what the
I can't even name it.
I can't even name it. It only worked because I didn't know what it was. You can't do it with something you obviously know what it is.
So Is that the one with the lightning in his hands?
I'm gonna hurt you badly.
All right, your turn. Go ahead. So the Shadow Clone
it's
Jutsu.
the Shadow Clone Jutsu probably made famous, honestly, by Naruto, who was only a Ninja Academy trainee, and he pulled off a Jonin level move that made him graduate immediately just because he was saving Iruka's sorry ass. So if you guys don't know what the Shadow Clone Jutsu is, which honestly, if you don't, why are you watching this podcast of all things? The Shadow Clone Jutsu it basically copies you, and it's not just a Mirage Jutsu like Clone Jutsu where it makes copies that aren't physically there. It makes physical borderline copies that can actually fight alongside you.
Yeah, by distributing the chakra of the user into the clones as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, the user decides how much chakra goes into their clones, which obviously the more chakra they have, the more powerful they are. But if he divides it evenly, like he did with in the Genji fight, even Genji's Byakugan couldn't see which Naruto was the real one because he divided the chakra up evenly. And even when Neji thought he had the real one, Naruto made some of the clones disappear when he got striked, and it was still a trap.
Another thing I liked about this jutsu is like the clones can actually like fight as well. They're not just like there to just take a hit. Like they can actually go ahead and like Naruto pulls off crazy schemes and plots and attacks with this thing. And another thing I like as well is that like they're not like just like one hit and they get knocked out. Like they need to be punched around a little bit for them to be like eliminated.
Yeah, I mean like one trick that he used that's kind of, in my opinion, is kind of famous at this point. His clone tosses Sasuke a Demon Wind Shuriken, and then when Sasuke tosses the Demon Wind Shuriken, there's a second one under it, and that poofs and turns into Naruto. So he had a clone toss himself, and then Sasuke toss him in order to get behind Zabuza.
And Sakura was stupid enough to think that when Zabuza crabbed the first Shuriken, that it was all over. Because she's stupid! And she should never be picked as a favorite Naruto character, ever! Sorry, go ahead.
Wow, someone's a bit biased.
No. You mean 100% correct.
Cool.
100%
that never
correct.
happens.
That totally never happened, right, Hotshot?
I like Sakura.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Stop.
I like Sakura. I hate Zabuza.
Oh, everyone hates Zabuza.
But you were Zabuza.
Yeah, no, I was a bridge Zabuza. This is basically like I know like I'm confused here because you're picking the fact that Naruto could do multiple like thousands of clones, right? Or you're picking just the fact that he can make one or two clones because there's the multi.
I'm picking thousands because yeah, it's multi Shadow Clone Jutsu, but at the same time, he only picked like Shadow Clone Jutsu. He always makes a whole bunch of them, regardless of if he says multi or not. I mean, like one or two times he'll make like 2 clones, but more often than not, he'll make himself an army.
Guys, so if we're going with multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, it's forbidden.
Of course it is, but all the best ones are.
And the fact of the matter is, like, just how broken Naruto is, getting Naruto as a character. Okay, he got this technique from a scroll that Tobirama sealed away. He's like, no one should be using this scroll. And he captures the scroll, and he masters the jutsu from a scroll that Tobirama deemed as, like, these are all, like, techniques to never be used by any ninja.
Yeah.
All forbidden.
Oh, and on that note, he does it in less than a day.
Oh, yeah, I know. Completely broken, dude.
But at the same time, I'm not going to get mad at him for it because we got one of the best jutsus because of it.
Basically. Oh, my God. Another thing that I really loved about this jutsu is also the fact that, like, Naruto just does crazy attacks. Like, when he was, like, punching Gaara to the ground with all these jutsus, or when he's fighting Sasuke in the, sorry, what's that place called with the Madara statue and the Tobirama statue? I forget. But it's, like, at the end of
the Final Valley?
Yeah, Final Valley. Thank you very much. It's like when he has like a bunch of clones attached to each other, and then he like propulses Sasuke into like a big like boulder, like a bunch of rocks. Like he just does these crazy moves with his jutsu. Like he just like he makes a ladder of himself. He like
okay. So actually, speaking of crazy moves with this jutsu, I don't know if this move is canon, but in the first Naruto Storm game, he makes himself a whole bunch of clones that pile on top of the enemies. And then the final clone runs to the pile, grabs one of the Narutos by the feet, and runs out, making a huge Naruto chain. And then they fling the enemy up in the air and slam him down into the ground.
Basically what happens to Sasuke in the final valley.
Okay, yeah, so it is canon. I totally forgot about that part.
Yeah.
But
and
yeah,
thing,
makes
like,
a giant
and then Sasuke
chain.
does a fireball and it just burns the entire chain.
Yeah, and it's honestly just watching 1,000 Narutos just poof, 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 poof. It's actually really funny to watch.
It's oddly satisfying.
It really kind of is. It's like dominoes, but people die.
Oh man. I have nothing else to add on that one.
What's the rank?
The rank on the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. We changed it, remember?
There was no Shadow Clone rank.
Okay, so what's the Shadow Clone?
To think that it's forbidden, I would say it's basically an A class. And the Shadow Clone Jutsu is a B rank.
Multi is probably an A then.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
Why do you never pay attention to me, Ajay?
Because you're not worth it.
My next.
I feel like you were just looking at your laptop like, bro.
No, this is great. I love the banner here. Okay, my last technique is full hot shot. This is.
You can't. I already picked that one.
No. This one is gonna be like, oh my god, how did I not pick that? I am picking from the Kiba versus Naruto fight, the fart.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my god, this technique is
charge your chakra so much that you shit yourself.
That you produce a fart, and when you're fighting against Kiba, it's very effective because his nose is like super like precise, and so when he smells that, it's the worst for him. And technically, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This jutsu has an element. This jutsu is wind release. It is wind release, and I'm gonna argue this. Just because it will obviously propulses the air.
It is called chakra release, breaking wind.
Really?
That's what I'm calling it.
Oh, okay, I thought you actually found a name for it. Apparently, I'm reading on the wiki here, and Naruto Path of the Ninja, it poisons the enemy when he hits him with the jutsu.
I remember doing this.
It's an offensive, short range, and
only effective against the Inuzuka clan.
I mean, you could technically use it on other people, but it's not going to
it's not going to do nearly as much as it does against an Inuzuka, though.
No, I don't think use against Kaguya I would have done it either.
I mean, okay, what else do we have to say about this, though? It's a fart right into an opponent's face. It's a South Park move.
Basically, honestly, I wasn't when at the top of the podcast when I said like, oh, this is don't expect like big detailed breakdowns of like how do you want me to go even deeper in this? Like, no pun intended, but there's nothing left.
Yeah, it's a fart. It's an E rank. It's a fart.
There's no rank to this. This Naruto wiki is broken. There's no ranks on most of these.
A lot of the most basic jutsu don't have ranks. What the fuck?
I swear, this needs a rank.
Actually, no. Okay, this isn't an E rank. I'm sorry. This is an F rank.
I was thinking the same thing. I was about to say that.
Woo! I stole Jaden's joke. That's what you get for stealing off my list.
You basically blew me away.
Yeah, with my butt.
Yes. So stop asking questions and go with your last.
I feel like this podcast is falling apart.
No.
Not this podcast, just anime podcasters in general.
Oh yeah, totally. All right, your last pick. Go ahead, hotshot.
My last pick is a Sakura move.
Go ahead.
I'm kidding. No, it's not.
I was sharpening my blade.
You're just like, go ahead. Let's end this. No. And I'm cheating a little bit here, but you're just going to have to deal with it. I'm picking Rasengan. And
how's that cheating?
The reason I'm cheating is...
You're not picking every single Rasengan. No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Hotshot,
yeah.
You can't... No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No, you can't pick every single Rasengan.
Yes, I can.
That's so broken.
I said you're going to have to deal with it. I'm not changing my mind.
You're not going to explain every
I'm
single
not
Rasengan.
explaining every single one. Don't worry. That's not what I'm doing.
Well, like, in that case, how are you going to pick them if you're not going to explain them?
So we have the basic Rasengan, which was actually taught by Naruto's dad, and then we have the Flame Rasengan, which is actually taught by Jiraiya. Then we have the Rasen Shuriken Naruto uses on his fight with the Akatsuki to save Shikamaru's squad. What a bunch of dweebs. And then we have the Rasengan Barrage that Naruto uses when he's fighting the Nine-Tailed Fox. And then we have the Water Rasengan that I don't think even exists. And then we have the Rainbow Rasengan, which actually is used by one of the Naruto movies. And then we have the teleportating Rasengan that the fourth Hokage uses against his fight with with Toby. And then...
By the way, just so everyone knows, I am not fast-forwarding the audio.
So yeah, the Rasengan.
Go ahead.
I got all I need.
Okay, I don't think the people really got everything there. So you are picking the Rasengan. Let's start with the basic one. Like, just the basic Rasengan.
All right. But I do count all of those other Rasengan.
Okay, fine.
All right. So the basic Rasengan was made and created by the fourth Hokage, who later taught it to Jiraiya, who later taught it to Naruto, and a few other people along the way. So basically, it's holding a giant... Or not giant. It's holding a handheld sphere in your hand made entirely of compressed chakra. And when you strike someone with it, they go flying. And when they go flying far. And it also rips whatever the actual Rasengan touches to shreds. Like indent shreds and sends them flying. So, but the thing about the Rasengan is also the fact that I do know for a fact that this is an S rank move. Or an A rank move. It is one of those two.
A-rank.
It is A rank?
A rank.
Okay. So it's an A rank move, and it is completely unfinished. So even the most powerful basic Rasengan is not a finished Rasengan. It's missing something. Which, again, is why that is able to use all these different adaptations of the Rasengan, because it's adding something else to make a finished move. Even though it is a move that is completely unfinished, it still packs a hell of a punch.
Very much so. Grinds the opponent and propels them into a rock. Sorry.
Naruto move in general. Aw,
right.
I wish that was the sexy jutsu.
Well, it propels the enemy. It does propel the enemy, technically. Have you seen the Bisu get fall for that one?
No, you said grinds into the enemy.
Oh my god. I loved when he was training for the Rasengan. Like, there's like this jutsu is the only one I know that has like multiple steps. Like, he had to first like use rotation to like spin the water
in the
ball.
Balloon. Yeah, and then he had to use it to hold the shape in just a regular ball, and then try and actually make it.
Basically, yeah, that's basically it's rotation, power, and containment. So yeah, so it's a great move, and like I love like Jiraiya being like, oh, it's stronger than the Chidori, and then Sasuke's like, no, it's not stronger than the Chidori. Like, I felt like this.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like the Chidori is like a jab. Would you classify this as a jab as well?
No. Well, that's actually kind of hard to say because I mean you hold the Rasengan on them and then you push. So I guess it's just like a push with force.
Yes. Oh, it's tough.
It's kind of like a throw. But I will say it is definitively stronger than the Chidori because we see it firsthand. When Naruto fights Sasuke after he gets back from retrieving Tsunade, when they fight, Kakashi throws Sasuke, who's doing a Chidori, into a tanker and throws Naruto into another one as well. Relatively same size, stuff like that. And when Sasuke is walking behind him... Well, actually, hold up. In front of him, the Chidori, the one that got hit by the Chidori was ripped in front, but the one that was hit by the Rasengan was only indented. But when Sasuke walked around to the back, the one that got hit by the Rasengan was completely blown out.
You see, this is where I'm going to have to disagree that the Chidori was weaker. Let me explain this. We never saw them strike against each other. We saw the impact they had on another surface, and they don't do the same thing. The Chidori is more of a piercing, attack. So in the front side of that water tank, the Chidori pierced harder, and the Rasengan is more of a nuke where it blows out the back. So the front of that tank with the Chidori had more damage, but the back of it, of the Naruto tank, had more damage because that's how they work. And also, just to further explain that argument as well, why I think it would have canceled out, in the valley, the Valley of the End, whatever that place is called. The Final Valley, they actually strike each other, Rasengan Chidori, and they cancel each other out at that moment in time. And the only real big difference in that combat is that Sasuke had was in second was able to go into second stage curse mark, but he wasn't even in second stage curse mark when he hit Naruto and the Rasengan and the Chidori clash. So I do believe that there would have been a cancellation instead of just a.
He was in second form curse mark.
No. When they're fighting in the valley at the end, they do Chidori and Rasengan clash twice. The first time they cancel each other out, and that's the one I'm referring to. And why I believe at the hospital rooftop it would have canceled each other out and not done a big and not a Naruto propelling Sasuke.
Okay, I'm still going by what I say and what I saw. I already gave my reasoning, but I still say Rasengan stronger. But I think it's up to interpretation, honestly. They're both powerhouse moves in their own right, and it's kind of up to you to decide which one's more powerful.
No, definitely. And I was happy like that, like Naruto transferred this into Konohamaru. It's really like a father son like inheritance move of sorts. It's sort of like literally like look, it goes Minato to Jiraiya, Jiraiya to Naruto, Naruto to Konohamaru, Konohamaru to Boruto, Boruto to the Gauntlet.
What?
Boruto to the Gauntlet,
What?
the ninja tool. Because he basically like masters it even more with the ninja tool. He's able to do a big sized one.
Well, it still sucks.
But like I'm just. Yeah, Typhoon, Water, Vortex, Technique, Wind Release, Rasengan. There's so many different versions of this Rasengan, I swear.
Yeah, that one I actually do know. But you actually missed someone who actually is able to do the Rasengan thanks to the fourth.
Who?
Kakashi. Kakashi's able to do a Rasengan.
He is, but I thought he used the Sharingan to copy it from Naruto, not being taught by the fourth.
No, he actually learned it from the fourth Hokage.
Really?
Either way, he got it from the fourth. He didn't get it from Naruto.
No, he got it. I'm sure he used the Sharingan.
Nope.
You've seen.
Nope.
You've seen Kakashi. Just let me finish my sentence. You've seen Kakashi be taught the Rasengan by the fourth?
Yep.
Go, send me the clip.
No.
So wait, are you just trolling?
Sorry. Kakashi does say in the manga that he learned a trick from his master. Shows Naruto that he can do a Rasengan, but he can't hold it for as long as Naruto can. That's why he resorts to Chidori.
No, I know, but I really think he did that by using his Sharingan and copying.
Well, maybe, but either way, he got it from the fourth, not Naruto.
He copied Naruto. The fourth was dead. How could you copy a dead person?
He got it from the fourth. He learned it when the fourth was alive.
But you just said he used the Sharingan.
Yeah, maybe on the fourth.
No!
Yeah. Because when he shows Naruto that he can do the Rasengan, Naruto is surprised.
When he was younger, he tried to infuse the Rasengan with lightning nature, but the task proved too difficult. It's in its place.
So he uses the Chidori in place.
Ah, well, I might be corrected at this point. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, but for real, let's go through our list one last time and then close it out.
All right, cool.
You go first, bro.
All right. So I had the Sexy Jutsu, the Primary Lotus, the 64 palms, or 8 trigram, 64 palms, multi-shadow clone Jutsu, and every single variation of the Rasengan ever.
That he did not
explain. Of all time.
That he did not explain.
You were leaving it in.
Yes, but he did not explain them. I'm also leaving that in. My picks were 1,000 Years of Death, Whack-A-Mole Jutsu, Dynamic Marking, Drunken Fist, and... All right, so those are my moves.
I like that a lot, actually.
Okay, sorry. Hotshot, go ahead and let the people know, the good people know, where they can find you on the internet and what's going on your channel. Are you going to upload ever? Of course you are. Go ahead.
Of course I am. I just don't know what or when or how. Anyway, beautiful people.
Or why.
You guys can go ahead and find me right here on Jaden's channel. I don't plan on leaving. And did I just say Jaden's planning? On Jaden's channel. On
JaianMusic.
On Anime Podcasters. And I am actually planning on doing covers and stuff on my channel, which Jaden actually has agreed to help me out with as soon as we both find the time for it.
Yes.
And my channel is Hotshot Ginger, so whenever I upload, that's where it's going to be. You guys can also find me over on Twitter under Caution Ginger, because I still haven't gotten it changed. And I believe that's it. I believe that's all you can find me at.
And just before I plug myself, I'm going to ask you all to do me a big favor. Go to your Twitter, Okay, you're on Twitter. Type in GoPro Kyo. Okay, you're on GoPro Kyo's channel at GoPro Kyo. Hit follow. He does all the artwork for anime podcasters. He's very talented. He's super cheap and affordable for his art for commission. He's amazing. Cheap in the price is what I meant on that one. Very talented. He's just great. Go check out GoPro Kyo. He does all the artwork. He's amazing. I'm absolutely an amazing artist. And for myself, you can find me on youtube.com/JaianMusic. Subscribe there for anime podcasters. You can also subscribe to the SoundCloud channel for anime podcasters. SoundCloud.com/JaianMusic. You can follow the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, and soon enough, I hope, Spotify. And finally, just a big announcement here. I'm going to say, I should have said that at the top of the show. I will on the next podcast. But I am now back on the freelancing game, so you can hire me for any audio services. I do mastering, mixing. I also do sound design, composition. Anything you really need me for audio, I'm available. You can hire me. I have fairly cheap rates. I wouldn't say they're like crazy cheap. I've seen cheaper ones online. But you're going to get very good quality stuff from me. I produce all this audio stuff. Check out JaianMusic.com. That is where you find my demo reels, my resume, my services, everything, my videos. Just go check out JaianMusic.com. I'm relaunching the website. There's also a mailing list you can subscribe to for updates. I guess other things I could plug, might as well just plug everything at this point. Giant Music is on Discord. Join the Discord server. There's a Giant Music Facebook group. Join that. Giant Music's on Patreon. Do that. I'm on Bandcamp. Go check out some of my music there. And that's basically where you can find me. I have too many places, Hotshot.
You are found everywhere, and not a single person has found you.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
It's like
whatever.
a game of Find Waldo.
Find Giant. Find Jaden.
Find Jaden, quick. I can't find him anywhere.
And also, just so you know, we're going to be doing a Zanky no Terror podcast very soon, Hotshot and I. Hotshot, are you almost done, Zanky no Terror? Where are you at on that?
I am just about done. I'm about 3/4 of the way through.
Oh, my God. You're going to get the good part. You're going to get the crazy part. The ending is just going to blow you away. All right. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode of Anime Podcasters. Any final thoughts, Hotshot?
I love all of you except you. Craig.
Imagine. What? Who's Craig? Who's Craig? Who's Craig? Seriously.
You'll never know.
All right, Craig. I love you. I don't know what you did to Hotshot, but I love you. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode of Anime Podcasters. We will see you in the next one. Zanky no Terror, whatever it might be. Bye, guys.
Love you.
Bye.